Hello and welcome to Rager TV. I'm Chris Lowe and today you join me on the beautiful Warwickshire Avon. It's just the start of the season now, it's a couple of weeks in, so join me as I'm going to give you 5 tips on how to locate and catch fish during the summer. Okay, so the first tip I can give you, and probably one of the most important ones, is to get here early. It's just gone 5 o'clock now. And this is probably one of the best times to catch fish on the river, especially during the summer when it's low and clear. Okay, so tip 2, to make things really comfortable for yourselves, travel light. Are you often going to put in quite a few miles walking along the riverbanks and over obstacles and whatnot? So keep things really simple, make life easy. Simple small bag, one rod and a net, and away you go. Okay, so as you can see, that fish has took this lure quite the way back, you know, and one of the benefits of changing your hooks over to singles during the summer months, and well, not just the summer months, all the way through the season really, is it just makes, as you can see, unhooking a hell of a lot easier. Some people might think, oh no, single hooks, tiny hooks. Let's just put this fish back in the water a minute. Don't want to keep them out too long. But as you can see there, those single hooks were really easy to get out. You've got no problem hooking up with fish, and it just makes lure fishing with crankbaits for chub, perch, pike, zander just a hell of a lot easier to remove. So fish safety and whatnot, that is the way forward. Okay guys, well, tip number 4, it's all about location really. The areas that you want to be looking for on the rivers. Look for key areas. Key areas are fast flowing sections of the river that come into, you'll see the white foam going back on itself, and that's little back eddies, little slack areas. Look for the crease lines. Often the fish will be shoaled up, well, not shoaled up this time of year, but the predators certainly will be hiding out in the faster water slightly, depending on the river that you're fishing, of course, waiting for any prey fish, etc., to wander on past and nail them basically. Species wise, it does vary a little bit. Chub wise, I'd be looking for either deeper water into shallow water. Then just as it starts to shallow up, that's where I'd expect the chub to be lying out, ready to ambush anything that comes out that deeper water into the shallow. And also at the end of that run, where it goes shallower into deeper water, again there's going to be chub, perch, pike, you name it. Predator wise, it's going to be there waiting for anything to come past and nail them. Okay, well, I'm not sure how well you can hear me right now because obviously the weir's behind me. The key areas of the weir, often they're going to be very snaggy, shallow to start with, and they'll go down into a deep hole where all the snags are collecting, all that sort of stuff. Now, I know in this particular stretch from experience that it's a great area for zander. Zander often in the deeper holes, but they'll also come right up, as well as the perch, and they'll ambush their prey right under the white water, right where it drops off. It's very shallow, but that's where they sit. You wouldn't think so, but they're just key areas to bear in mind. They are there. That pike fought really hard, and as they often do during the summer months. So as soon as you get the fish in the net rather, Don't be tempted to lift him straight out of the water. Leave him in the net, let him recover a bit. Leave it for 5–10 minutes, whatever. Just before you take those hooks out, and just make sure that fish is fully recovered before you put them back. Don't be afraid to mix it up a bit. Bring with you a couple of outfits. You haven't got to carry them with you at all times. You can leave one in the car. And the reason I say that is because when roaming the rivers, you never know what situation you're going to encounter. So bring a light outfit for crankbaits, smallers and stuff like that, and a heavier outfit for Texas rigging, Carolina fishing, so it'll allow you to fish in the weirs and whatnot for those those bigger fish and amongst the debris. Next is carry a good section of lures with you. You haven't got to carry the kitchen sink and everything, just a handful of lures that you've got confidence in, and that's all the kit you really need, really. Oh, and last, Polaroids, absolutely essential, especially when you're fishing very clear venues. You'll be able to see those fish a mile off and sight fish for them, which is really exciting.